Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, where I'm always breaking down the hot sports topics of the day. My name is Mike. The Minnesota Vikings signed free agent quarterback Matt Cassel today after he was released earlier this week by the Kansas City Chiefs. Cassel obviously signed to be the backup to Christian Ponder. The natural sort of questions that come after a signing like this is, does Christian Ponder have to be worried about his job security? Matt Cassel, while he's not a great quarterback, is still a veteran presence, a guy who's been a starter before. Is this cause for concern for a guy like Christian Ponder, who, although he's only entering his third season in the league, has certainly not been as productive as some of the other younger quarterbacks that have sort of burst onto the scene here? And the way I look at this is, if the Vikings are ever in a situation where Christian Ponder plays so bad that the best option is to put Matt Cassel in the game, then the Vikings season is likely lost anyway. They would have lost hope in Christian Ponder, and they'd be moving on at the quarterback position anyway. I don't look at this being any kind of open quarterback competition. I don't look at Matt Cassel as having an even shot to get the starting job as compared to Christian Ponder. The Vikings spent an early pick on Ponder. They want Ponder to do well. By all accounts, Ponder's a good guy. He's a hard worker. They're going to give him every chance to succeed. If he seriously falters, I think that's when you see a move to a Matt Cassel. But again, I don't think they're going to lose hope in Christian Ponder, right off the bat. If he has one bad game or a couple bad weeks in training camp, are they going to abandon him and go to Matt Cassel? No, Matt Cassel is not that level of player. I think you found out when he went to Kansas City, he's a quintessential backup quarterback that, if Christian Ponder were to get hurt for 2, 3, 4 games, he could fill in and do an adequate job in that short spurt. Yes, he did a good job with New England, but you saw when he had his own team in Kansas City how much he struggled. And I think it's a perfect role for Cassel. I don't think Ponder has to worry about his starting job, though, imminently. And like I said, if they make the move to Matt Cassel, I think it'll be if they're just fed up with Christian Ponder, and then the following season, whenever that happens to be, if they get fed up with Ponder, they'll go a completely different route as far as a quarterback goes. And, if the Christian Ponder experiment fails, the new quarterback for the Vikings, the new franchise quarterback, is not currently on the roster in my mind. So this is just a move to get a steady backup, I think, in back of Ponder. Someone to maybe push him a little bit in training camp. That's possible as well. I think Cassel was one of, if not the best backup available on the market. So I think that, the Vikings in this day and age, where having a backup quarterback is very important due to the rate at which quarterbacks get hurt. As the Vikings saw in last year's playoff game. He had to go to Joe Webb. He was a little bit over his head, whereas I think a guy like Matt Cassel would have done a little bit better in that spot, given the circumstances. But let me know what you guys think of the signing of Matt Cassel. Do you guys think it's a threat to Christian Ponder's job? I certainly don't. But let me know your opinion. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. And guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload between 5, 10, maybe even more than that, NFL videos and sports-related videos a day. So be sure to check those out and subscribe. Thanks again for listening, and have a great night.